In this video, we'll draw elevation views of this wall and this wall. Elevation views are height drawings of a room. First, we need to decide where exactly we're going to stand. And you want to pick an optimal view, one that shows you the most stuff with as little confusion as possible. If I stood right there, I would see the dresser and the desk and chair and this wall behind them. And I'll draw an elevation symbol there. And I have a link in the about part of this video to another video that shows how to draw elevation symbols. So again, I'm going to draw everything in front of the arrow from here to here. I don't include the thickness of the walls because that would go in a section drawing. And note that the wall is facing up. I can project up to get my elevation, or I can project down, which is what I'm going to do. I'll draw the elevation here. But the plan should not be rotated so that this wall is down here, because if I projected down, I'd then get a reversed image of the wall. I'm going to combine hard lining and sketching to make the video go faster. But anyhow, I'll project this corner down and this corner down and this corner down. Here is the floor line, and if the scale is 1/4 inch equals a foot, then I will measure up the room height at 1/4 inch, and I have to know what the height is. This plan doesn't tell me, so I've made it 8 feet, and there it is. And I'm going to darken in the walls and the ceiling and the floor. So this is this and this is this. Now I'll bring down the desk. And I'll bring down the dresser. And I'll bring down this chair. Measure up the heights that you want everything to be. I think I'm a little off on the dresser width. So if I want the dresser to be 5 feet, I'll mark that off. Just going to sketch in a rough dresser here. Sketch in a desk. Again, I need to know the height. Perhaps it's 30 inches, and I would mark that off. Mark off the height of the seat. Make that a little lighter. And there you have it. Looks like I've got a dashed line, which could be a shelf overhead, meaning it's higher than the 4 to 5 feet that the floor plan was cut at. So I don't know exactly what that looks like, but I'll go ahead and draw on a shelf. Put a few books on it. Now what about this wall? I need to rotate the plan so that that wall faces up. And then I'll put a piece of paper under it. Let me line that up with a triangle. I think I'll tape it down. And now I have to decide where exactly I'm going to stand. I'm going to stand in the doorway because it's always best if you can include a door or window. So here is where the apex of the arrow is, and I'm going to draw everything from here to here. So I'll project this corner down, this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. Then I'll draw a floor line, measure up 8 feet, and here's my outline. I see this jamb and I'm cutting through it, so I'm going to cut through the top. Typically the top of the door is at 6'8" to 7 feet, and I'm going to hatch that. That is the door head, and then this is where the door is, but you don't need to draw the door. Here is this edge, here is this edge, and then I've got a window in there to project down. Window heads are usually level with the door heads, so I can bring that over, decide what the height of the window is, and then I would need to draw the appropriate elevation symbol for the window. For example, if it's a double hung window, it will have a symbol that looks like this. Note that the rails overlap. The bottom sash overlaps the top. I'm also seeing the dresser because I've cut through this. And actually the dresser is obscuring this corner, so I need to bring that down . And I would erase the corner behind it. Get rid of these lines to make this a bit easier to read. And there you have it.